So I'm gonna take out a puppy next, so you guys can see the process with the dog that has no training. I'm gonna charge the yes marker at the same time that I'm building engagement, all right? Yes! So he doesn't even know what yes means, but I'm gonna produce a reward. This is my young dog. I just got him in from Costa Rica. His name is Hustle. And we're gonna show you guys a little bit about that engagement thing that we talked about. Again, this is for dogs that are a little more food motivated, or you know, some dogs are not treat motivated. So you gotta find other ways that they are gonna find satisfaction in whatever you give them, tug, praise, whatever it is. In this case, we're using food just to show you guys the process. So I haven't done any sessions with him yet. He just got in a couple days ago. So as you can see, he's already a very focused little pup, but you know, so I'm gonna show you guys. And again, we're charging the marker as I go. So he looks at me, yes. Then I produce the reward. I could even make him chase it a little bit. Stand still. Yes. He looks at me, I mark, and I feed. Yes. You got to make sure that you capture the right moment. As soon as you say, he looks at you, yes. And this one, I'm going to give him 3 treats. So you could jackpot. Make sure that you give them more than one. Yes. And you'll see that they'll be a lot more attentive. Rather than you just giving 1 piece of food, you give 3 pieces of food. Yes. And then you'll see how the dog becomes a lot more engaged in you. Yes. So the reason why I put him on leash is just so if he was interested in a lot of other things, I could stop him. I'm not going to correct him, but I'm going to stop him. Yes. All right. Yes. All right, guys. So the reason why I'm using food, to me, is just the easiest thing to use when working, because I can limit their food a little bit. Yes. I could feed them through training and create that bond, that engagement. Yes. But you can see this little guy already picking it up. All right. Yes. Nice, buddy. Good boy. Yes. And then you just end your session. Done. Atta boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. When we say the word yes, we are going to produce a reward. It could either be kibble, see here in my hand, or it could be a tug. I have one back here. And so basically, as soon as I say the word yes, that's going to produce the reward. That is going to let the dog know exactly what he did that is going to get him paid. So for example, I'm going to break Benny from his place right now. So if I go, okay. And if I go, Benny, place. Yes. He knows that he's going to get rewarded. He can come off of his place. Place. Yes. All right. So the first step is to make sure that you have a dog that is interested in you. So we want a dog that is very invested and wants to work for you so that you could teach the behaviors. If you go outside and you're trying to teach the dog to sit, down, come, whatever you're trying to teach him, and instead he's sniffing, looking at other dogs, or whatever he's doing, it's going to be very difficult. So we have to make sure that the dog is invested in us and he wants to work for us. So at this point, I'm going to show you how we start that. So what you do is you're going to grab your dog, come out, put a leash on your dog, just because, okay. And I'm going to remove this place out of the way. So if I have a dog, say, that's sniffing, like how he is right now, he's going around. As soon as he focuses on me and he looks at me, I'm going to mark the, yes, and I'm going to pay him. 3 pieces of kibble. And I'll stand still. He's looking at me. Yes. I pay again. Obviously, you know, we've done some training with this guy, so he knows the program, but we will take out other dogs where we can show you. Yes. So here he's invested in me. He wants to work. Yes. He's being very focused on me, and that's what you want from a dog. All right? how to create engagement and charge your yes marker at the same time. So the yes marker means you are gonna produce a reward. So the dog looks at you, you say the word yes, you reach into your pocket, and you could give them 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 pieces of food. Or if your dog isn't food motivated, what you do is you'll go yes, and you'll bring out the tug, give your dog the tug, and play out. And you could give him another bite, or you could put it away. He stays focused on you. Yes. Bring it out. And again, you are just making sure that your dog is invested in you. He wants to work for you instead of being into all these other things. So I know there's gonna be questions. What if your dog isn't food motivated? What if your dog isn't tug motivated? Well, you can create that motivation. You could bring it up by either cutting their food a little bit, and maybe instead of feeding them in a bowl, you feed them out of your hand to create that engagement with you. Or you could even, you know, if you want your dog to be a little more tug motivated, what you could do is you could attach it to a leash where he has to chase it, play with them. Remember, it's about the game, not necessarily the tug. So some dogs, you know, like to pull on the tug. You got to see what your dog likes. Every dog is different. So that's for you to find out.